Hi, I want to take this minute to pay tribute to the working people of West Virginia, and especially my father, Garnet Pritt, who was United Mine Worker President of Local 1766, and my mother, Tina Pritt, who spent the night on the picket line with me when I was a senator. And I wear this scarf. I know it's not the red bandanas that the miners wore on Blair Mountain and during the fight for the Union, but it is the scarf that my mother has worn, and I wear it in commemoration since we lost her last year, and my dad a couple of years before. So, in a way, I'm honoring both of them. And I want to say to Dad and Mother, whom I know are looking down and actually spurring me on in this race for governor, I want to thank you for the values you taught me. Because in my family, we knew that if any one of us were ever in trouble, if anyone were in trouble, we knew there were two places to go: the Union Hall and the church, so that we would find people there that understood the importance of working together in community. And during the strike in 1989, I got a call from southern West Virginia. Roy Blankenship had been shot, and the miners' wives were really, really worried. Now, I was a senator from Kanawha County at the time, and they called their senators, and no one would come from the southern coal fields. But I got a call one evening, and it said, "Senator, we heard your daddy was a coal miner, and someone has been shot, and we need your help." Well, we always helped any of us, any person, any other working person, any West Virginian. We didn't care what color or creed or what faith they were. They were a human being first, and we were going to be there to help them because we knew how important it was to have help of community and like-minded people when we were in trouble. So I immediately said, "Well, I'm a school teacher, and I don't know." There's a good worker getting ready to do some work. I don't know if he's going to be cutting down some trees or what he's going to be doing, but we know that he's a West Virginian man with a, it looks, sounds like it's one of those chainsaws, and he's going to get to work today on Labor Day doing some work. But what I did find out was, I was a school teacher. I was a member of AFT and WVEA, and of course, and my brother was a Teamster, so our family was a family unit. So I started calling, and I knew from other strikes that many times if you could get the media there or someone from the church, if we had witnesses, so to speak, we could protect people from being beaten up or shot or whatever. So I started calling around. I called Andy Gallagher. I think he was with the AP then. I said, "Andy, I'm going down to Southern Coalfields. Why don't you go with me? They're in trouble down there." He said, "I'm not going down there, Pritt. You're going to get yourself killed. Somebody just got shot down there." And I called other people, and my mother had said, "Now, honey, I want to make sure you're not going down there by yourself. It's pouring the rain, and you need to be sure that everything is going to be okay. And I don't want you going down there alone." So I called people, and then I went out to one of the local grocery stores. And I grew up in Sissonville, which is pretty Republican, and they're not as pro-union as my dad and I are, and our family. So I went out to one of the talked. I won't say your name. I won't say his name. I don't know if he still has a grocery store, but a good guy. Went out to Billy's grocery store and said, "Billy, I need some day-old bread or some fruit and some vegetables or something to take down the picket lines." And he said, what are you doing? "What are you doing with that camouflage on?" I said, "Well, somebody's been shot on the picket line down there, and I'm going to need to go down and be with them." And he said, "Well, you know how I'm not up for unions." I said, "For goodness sakes, Billy, these are West Virginians." He said, "Well, all right. How much do you need?" And I said, "About 6 carts full, because there's 6 different picket shacks." And he loaded up, and I said, "I'll be sure and tell the guys." He said, "No, don't you tell them I'm supporting the union." But what I find is with West Virginians, regardless, we know you're West Virginian if you're in trouble, regardless of political party or pro-union or right to work, that we're going to help each other in time of need. When I got to the house, and my mother said, "Well, honey, who's going with you?" And I said, "Well, Mother, I couldn't get anyone to go." And she said, "Well, I'm not going to let you go alone." So she got her embroidery work and her knitting. She put it in her bag, and she said, and got some clothes. And she said, "Well, Garnet, I'm going with Charlotte." And my dad had his vertebrae in his back. He really could hardly walk or do anything at that time. And he kept hollering, "You all get back here. No, you all get back here." And I said, "Dad, if they called you for help, would you go? And he said, well, yes, but a few other words, I'm a man. And I said, well, I'm your daughter, and I'm going to represent the Pritt family. And so my mom and I drove down to Logan County, and we were on the picket line. We slept in a pup tent that night. Got shot at in one of the shacks, picket shacks. The company was shooting at us, and that's when I realized that how much protection we needed, because someone said, Senator, Senator, you know, and then I said to them, well, guys, if they kill me, you better win this strike. And if they don't, I'm going to love testifying against the company. And all the shooting stopped. We did not hear another shot the entire time I was there. And I thought, how sad. I must have been the first elected official to actually be down there with them, to be on the picket line. Maybe I'm the only West Virginia senator who's ever actually slept on the picket line with the miners. So I want you to know, those of you who have been in the unions, who've been persecuted, who've had family members die because of their fight for the ability to unionize, to be able to strike if need be because of poor working conditions or the taking away your benefits or your health issues, that I had 100% voting record with the unions and working people of West Virginia. I'm running for governor of West Virginia again because we have a billionaire coal operator and we have a millionaire car dealer. What do they know about the working people of West Virginia? Charlotte Pritt knows. She's a proven record. She was with you on the picket line, and now she needs to be with you in the vote. She needs you to be with me in the voting booth on November the 8th. I need your help. You have a wonderful, working, pro-union West Virginian who's going to stand by you, and I need for you to stand by me. Vote for Charlotte Pritt November 8th.